It started with a boy, 9 years old. Name, Michael Reese. October 17th, 1979. Population of the town, just over 600. The kind of place where everyone knows each other and you don't need to lock your doors. Michael vanished sometime between 3:30 and 3:34 in the morning. His parents were asleep until the house phone rang. They remember the exact time, 3:33 a.m. The line was filled with static. No voice, no breathing, just a high-pitched tone, barely audible, like a frequency not meant for humans. Then, silence, and when they checked his room, Michael was gone. No struggle, no broken window. The front door was still locked. Police arrived at dawn. They searched every inch of the surrounding woods. Nothing. No tracks, no signs of forced entry, no logical explanation. But here's the strange part. They did find something. A digital alarm clock in the boy's room. Melted, twisted, its red LED display frozen on one number, 3:33. The clock wasn't plugged in. It didn't even have batteries inside. Reporters dismissed it as urban legend. Locals whispered about the mark of the hour. The boy's mother swore she kept seeing her son after the incident, standing outside the house, motionless, just before dawn. When she opened the door, gone. Every time. That was the first, but not the last, because something was just beginning. And whatever it was, it always came at 3:33 a.m. After Michael, it stopped. For 2 years, the town began to breathe again. People started forgetting. Until November 1st, 1981, a teenage girl, Emily Cord, disappeared from her bedroom at, you guessed it, 3:33 a.m. Same story. Parents asleep, house locked, no noise, no break-in. Nothing on the surveillance camera her dad installed after Michael, except one frame, a single flicker, barely visible, like static shaped into the outline of a tall figure leaning over her bed. The frame lasted 0.2 seconds. It caused the VHS player to jam and overheat. They had to pry the tape out with a screwdriver. Emily's digital clock? Same thing. Destroyed. Melted plastic and flickering red segments. 3:33, and it didn't stop. Over the next 5 years, 7 disappearances. Always the same time. Always a young person. Always in a locked room. No signs of violence. Only that ringing phone call. That tone. That frequency. Parents began to dread the night. Whole families started leaving. By 1986, the population of the town had dropped by 60%. The place got a new name. Locals whispered it as a curse, the town that stopped sleeping. Because every family that stayed kept the lights on all night. Every night. Terrified of that hour. Terrified of what they might hear. In 1988, someone tried to fight back. A radio technician named Walter Lenz moved into town. He didn't believe in curses. He believed in signals, frequencies, interference. He built a rig, antennas, analog receivers, magnetic tape loops, and connected it to an old police scanner. His goal? Record everything that happened at 3:33 a.m. For 14 nights, nothing. Then, On the 15th, he got something. The tape begins in silence, then a sharp tone, just like the parents described, and then voices, layered, distorted, like children whispering backwards. The words are unintelligible, but the emotion is clear: fear, screaming, then a sound no one can describe. Some say it's a mechanical hum, others hear a woman crying, but every expert who analyzed the tape agreed this wasn't recorded from any Earth-based frequency. Walter disappeared 2 days later, left his rig on. When police found the tape, it was still spinning. No sign of struggle. Front door locked. Clock on his desk, 3:33. But that tape, that cursed tape, it survived. It's been copied, digitized, passed around forums, encrypted and leaked online. They say if you play it, strange things happen. Dead phones ring. Clocks reset themselves. And some people swear they see someone watching them from across the room, especially at 3:33. The government couldn't ignore it any longer. After 10 disappearances over 12 years, each one marked by the same eerie call, the same glitches, an official search team was finally sent to the valley. The footage from their helmet cams was never meant to be seen by the public, but a leak changed everything. What we saw in that footage defied logic. 5 men entered the valley. They were equipped with GPS, radios, thermal drones. They joked during the first few minutes, calling the place a haunted Skype call. But then, the distortions began again. This time, live. First, the GPS malfunctioned, showing them walking in circles, though the video clearly showed forward movement. Then the radios began echoing back their own voices with a 4-second delay. One by one, their faces began to show confusion, and then fear. The last transmission was a static, saturated scream, followed by a frame of something standing just at the edge of the woods. Its body was tall and human-like, but twisted, flickering between frames like an old VHS tape caught in a loop. Then, silence. The rescue team was never found. All that was recovered was a blood-soaked boot and a melted VHS tape lodged inside a tree. And still, people kept disappearing. Now, after 20 years, the pattern is undeniable. Disappearances every few years, always near the same site, always following the same rules: distorted calls, scrambled video, and the presence of the repeater. That's what they're calling the figure now. Journalists have stopped reporting. Locals refuse to speak. The valley has become a ghost zone, marked on GPS maps with a danger icon. But forums, podcasts, and underground groups continue the hunt for truth. Some believe it's a tear in time, a local collapse of reality. Others call it a test site, or even a feeding ground. Then there's the theory no one wants to say out loud. What if the calls don't come before the disappearances, but because of them? What if those strange sounds aren't warnings, but recordings? Echoes of people already lost, repeating in a loop that never ends. And here's what chills me the most. A month ago, a YouTuber went into the valley to record a challenge video. His footage was found uploaded automatically with no sign of him. In the last frame, you can hear a faint voice whisper, "It's your turn now." If this story made your skin crawl, there's more waiting in the dark. Subscribe for new horrors every week. Hit the like button if you made it through, and comment what you think is really happening in that forest. Until next time, keep your lights on. You never know what's watching.